What's up, Dreamedia family? This is Zach and Chase. We are out here high in the Rocky Mountains here in Colorado. And today, we're going to be discussing URC, one of the industry-leading control and automation platforms. We are your go-to Colorado integrator. If you guys need anything technology related for your home, we're your one-stop shop. All right, guys, I can't wait to show off this beautiful home as well as the URC system we have installed. Let's go! Welcome back, Dreamedia family, and this is Chase. He's our regional sales manager here, boots on the ground, and actually deployed this entire system. Yes, there's a lot of things to consider when building your smart home, such as auto reboot, battery backups, Wi-Fi, some infrastructure things that maybe you're not even considering. Chase does everything from building the backbone of your system all the way through the control system, which we're going to be discussing today, that integrates things such as lighting control from Lutron, our Lutron automated shade. We have, as an example, a Sony TV up here. You have all these different manufacturers around your house. Now, Chase, tell our viewers how URC can simplify their lives and bring it all under one umbrella. Over to you.
Yeah, so if we didn't have URC in this household, the homeowner would be looking at probably around 10 apps to run his daily function. He'd have his Lutron standalone app for his lights and shades. He'd have his Sony TV app to turn on his TV. He'd have a Roku app to turn on his Roku, a Sonos app for the Sonos speakers, so on, the Ring doorbells. And this list just compounds in a modern home with all the fun features and cool tech we like to have, whereas URC lets me centralize in a very bulletproof and very rock solid control platform. That way the homeowner only has to open up one app on their phone, use one remote or a touchscreen as we have here in this living room to interact with the home on a daily basis. Typically in a smart home, all that the end users should see are these really cool experiences. This nice big LED TV, the lights and shades moving automatically based on scheduled commands or manual buttons, paired with keypads around the house, maybe for guests or the homeowner when they don't want to walk over to their touchscreen or grab their phone up. But this really starts, as Zach said, at the ground level. It first starts with power management. We have a UPS in this house that keeps the smart tech up, more specifically the Wi-Fi. So that's set up with load shedding so that when power drops out, if the homeowner's watching his TV, his AVR will stay powered, the TV will stay powered. Same thing with the Roku streamer, all the Lutron lights and shades. As the power outage continue, we shed loads and focus on what is more important. Here we've chosen just to keep the Wi-Fi up the longest. In Zach's home, we keep the Wi-Fi and shades up. So that's all personal preference. And then from there, once you've got power taken care of, network infrastructure is the most important for a well-functioning smart home for years to come. So not only do we have access points distributed through the home and the internet is fast, but it's organized correctly and intelligently in a way where it communicates with our power system. So if the Lutron system goes down, if the Roku goes down, there's programming in place for the home to self-heal and auto reboot. Should there be something wrong with that, I can also access the power management system remotely and run some of those commands manually. So that's just that next extra step to ensure that we're not coming out on a Friday or Saturday night when you're trying to enjoy your smart system. So all this cool stuff is really fun. It's kind of hard to experience unless you get to actually get your hands on the gear yourself. So typically in a room like this is a living room with an LCR soundbar, an SVS SB1000 in the corner here on the other side of the fireplace, as well as two overhead angled rears. And that's a really cool system. Typically, a homeowner would like a physical remote here. When I got here, they had 3 remotes. We've chosen to go with the URC 7100 touchscreen in the space, and that is their primary control interface for the home. And the cool thing about the URC floating touchpads, one of Zach's favorites in his house, is it's not docked to this room. It's not stuck into a wall. So you can walk this touchscreen to any room in this house He can go out into the back jacuzzi deck, control his Sonos from right by his jacuzzi, or he can head into his master bedroom and control a Sony TV with this touchscreen. This also works with both the homeowner and the homeowner's wife's apps. So those are primarily their two interfaces that they use. Very modern, very tech forward to just get rid of every physical remote in the house. We don't see that too common. Usually we'll recommend a physical solid remote that kind of feels like an old school cable remote that feels homey, but this homeowner really wanted future forefront. So literally all the interaction with this home is done through touchscreens, whether that's this tabletop URC touchscreen or the phone app.
All right, Chase, thanks for giving our audience a rundown on URC and all the ways that we look out for our customers, ensuring that we're doing the heavy lifting so you don't have to. What I'm talking about, guys, is whether you're in a new construction situation where you're building your dream home from the ground up, or maybe you're doing a retrofit. You bought this incredible lot and the house is old. You got to tear it down to the studs and redo it.
Yeah.
Those are the opportunities. That's the time where you want to get our guys involved. We'll handle design. We'll handle the management of all the crews, the installation, and the service after the fact. Up here in the Rockies, we're delivering that white glove 5-star service, really elevating your experience and being there through the entire process. As you guys may know, Dreamedia is a national brand, and we do have our online store where you can shop online. But what we're discussing in today's video is not an online store product. This is, you reach out to our guys, we're boots on the ground, and we implement the entire process, start to finish, so you don't have to. Keep in mind, the online store is there in case you just want to pick up, little plug and play pieces. But these components need professional installation, and that can't be understated.
Yeah.
Like you said, and like I kind of introduced at the beginning of the video, it all starts with your backbone. So that's why it's so important that you guys get us in as early as possible so that we can design things properly from the ground up, such as we did in this home here. So this home is featuring things such as lighting control, shade control, full audio video control. You got a nice little sweet 5.1 in this room.
Yeah.
That really is a problem solver. You have that sound bar up there. There's nowhere really to put a dedicated center speaker or left and right. You got in ceilings back here as well as a nice little subwoofer. So we're always looking to at least at the bare minimum pre-wire the homes for 2024 standards, 2025 standards. We're going to get the wiring in place so that those options are available to you down the road. Because say, as an example, in this room that we're standing in, there's a 5.1 in the living room, shade and lighting control, but then maybe the homeowner wanted to add some speakers in down the road in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, this home already has a couple speakers in there that were put in from the get-go.
Yeah.
If you don't have that wiring in place, adding in ceiling speakers in the kitchen can be an absolute nightmare. Now, that's one of my favorite upgrades, putting kitchen speakers in, because when you're cooking, you're entertaining, it gets loud in the kitchen. So it's nice to be able to bump that a little bit so that you're not blasting out your primary area.
Yeah.
So this was just a quick little introduction and kind of a demonstration as to something that we can do in your home. Dreamedia offers all the control platforms, but URC is one of our most recommended because it has unlimited third-party integration.
Yeah.
It allows us to literally integrate with everybody. Full smart home integration. I have mine set up with the, what is it called? Geofencing, which is a really cool function where if you can set a perimeter around your home or maybe even your business, and whenever your IP address, your phone gets close to the home, now my shades go up, my lights comes on, my music goes to my favorite preset.
Yeah.
And the home is, as you always say, I love this terminology, the home is working for me.
Yeah.
I don't have to go and pull out the lighting app, pull out the shade app, because I have Screen Innovation shade in my home.
But Lutron lights. So then all of a sudden that's another app. And really, if you come home and you spend 10 minutes to get your house started, is it that smart?
Is it that?
No, it's not. You're working to, what's different than you walking up to 15 different keypads or 5 different remotes in your living room if you've got a, and I remember that was a big thing for you. Now your morning routine is super simplified. You're not running around and going, okay, I need music in my office. I need music in my great room. Wake me up.
And a lot of those days before the control system was those rooms and shades and lights just didn't get. Because
you don't have time for it.
We'd be in the middle of dinner or bath time or one of our nightly routines with my son, or same thing goes for the morning. And my wife's looking at me like, what are you doing on your phone? Like, stop working. You should be present right now with your family. And I would just be like, fine, you're right. Just throw it away. And then my music isn't on. My lights aren't adjusted how I'd like. Now I get to enjoy all the things like without having to.
And it starts with a base platform, kind of like how we talked about, where you will pull out a phone app, you will use the touchscreen. But we took that a step further, like Zach's talking about, with geofencing being one option. One of the other solutions we have is automated shades based on time of day. So we know that the west side of his house gets crushed by the sun.
Yep.
And then on the other half of the day, the other side of the house is getting crushed by the sun. So his shades drop automatically based on the sunrise sunset schedule.
Yep.
And that tracks year round. So when the hours change, daylight savings, spring forward, he's not worried about that.
Yep.
The home is adjusting for him. And that just takes one thing off his plate. So when he goes and sits down at his dining room table, the sun's never beaming out his eyes, right?
Yeah.
Shades are already dropped there. We're just simplifying
And
life.
before that, what would happen is we would sit down to have dinner. I'm already staring at my neighbor through the window, and then I adjust the shades. And then I'm like, awkwardly waving. Whereas now, like, even before it's dinner time, because we have our schedules, the shade's already dropped.
Yeah. And I didn't even touch on that. So we've got the sun schedule, but he also has a privacy schedule. So based on certain times of day, when the sun is going to hit his house that lights up his home, people can see in. The home already knows that because we've told it.
Correct.
And it's adjusting to that for him. So he's never worried about, I'm coming out of my bedroom.
Yep.
Is the neighbor watching me?
I live in a very new neighborhood that doesn't have mature trees, is where I was trying to go.
So we got trees growing, but they're not quite there yet.
They're like 8 foot now. They started at like 5. Now they're 8-9 feet, but still, me and my neighbor are window to window.
Yeah.
Staring at.
We got to get him some privacy shades too.
He has them.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he already has them.
See, so probably Zach talked him into that.
Yeah. You got to have it. It goes both ways. It's just mutual respect, so we're not staring into each other's windows while these trees grow over the next 5 years. But I really appreciate you giving us the lowdown, Chase, on the URC system. Guys, if you're doing a smart home here in Colorado, I recommend reaching out for a free consultation. Here at Dreamedia, we would love to sign you into our Dreamedia Plus program. If you're a candidate, we take all the stress out of building a smart home, all the after service. You just call us. We will get a package put together within your budget. We'll meet with your designers, pick out the right fabrics. We have a design center down in Denver that they can visit. We even can go as far as offering lighting fixtures from like Lutron, Ketra. So the earlier we can get in, the more planning we can do, the more flawless and future-proof your home will be long-term.
And something I love about the flexibility we have here with all the different vendors and the good relationships we have is we're not deploying the same system in every home.
No.
Saying, hey, you have to learn this system because this is what we know how to build. We're tailoring these systems to your needs, to your desires, your wants for everyday lives. And every home has a completely different backbone infrastructure based on what's needed. We have homes that are running full service through multi-gig service now, which we're getting more of. We also have homes that have their typical ISP drive-in and then a Starlink backup.
Yeah.
So depending on how important internet connectivity is, music connectivity, we can build those systems to really work for you.
Yeah.
And I just love that flexibility, freedom we have here to really get creative with these homeowners. And instead of saying, hey, I know how to do this one remote.
Yeah.
And then code for this one sound system. So that's what you're getting. It's like, what do you enjoy? What do you have at your house back home? Because a lot of homes we deal with up here, really high in the Rockies, are second home.
Yeah.
So usually like one of our clients that we just finished his 12,000 square foot ranch.
Yeah.
We did that so well. Now we're down in Texas designing that house to integrate it the same way. So it's just really fun to build these relationships with clients on the ground, make sure they're happy, try and stay out of their house as much as possible unless we're here filming. Yeah, it's just really cool stuff, right?
It's amazing, guys. And we're going to be showing off all these control systems in upcoming videos. And I really like how you were stating that no system's the same. We really don't like to just sell these cookie cut. You can have a control system such as URC. One house has the exact same hardware, but the way that system operates and even the way that we can aesthetically make the interface look could drastically differ from property to property.
We'll get a close-up.
We'll get some close-ups and we'll take you through this whole house. Don't worry, guys. But it just goes to show that whatever you want your home to do for you, you just have to relay that to our technicians. We're going to have a base set of things that we use because we live and breathe with these things as well. We're going to have recommendations on scenes and different activities that we think you may do in your day-to-day life, but we really want to make it every single home custom and make it to where you don't have to pull out any third-party apps.
Yeah, and I love how when we have full control starting at the power and network, then my service calls aren't, hey, something's not working. It's like, hey, can you make my house do this for me?
Make it better.
Yeah.
Not, I have a problem,
yes,
but make it better.
Yeah.
That's the key. All right, guys, well, we're really kind of rambling here now. I'd love to wrap this video up with a call to action. If you guys are in the Colorado region, reach out today. We'd love the opportunity to earn your business. I hope you guys found some inspiration in this beautiful home here in Colorado. If you like this video, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and do not forget to smash that subscribe button down below for more. Till next time, this is Zach and Chase with Dreamedia. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.